Now, I'll give you another example of the same Israeli problem set. They had gone to where they had a couple of mid-airs and in intercept flights and had other collisions in their little range off the west coast of Israel. And so they had gone to really severe block altitudes for their intercepts and really limiting, especially at night, how they were going to set things up so they didn't run into each other. So we took these folks up to Fallon and showed them a 36 plane complete go for it with no block altitudes and all on the air combat maneuvering range with safety observers on the ground being sort of the third party safety people. And we let them, we ran that whole thing and the guy was mystified. He said, we could never do this ever, certainly not at night. And look at what you can do here. I mean, it's the technology. It was the whole mindset that you're going to go fight, but somebody sort of neutral party has to be able to knock it off if it gets out of control. And that's the instructor's role, both on the ground and in the air. So that in many cases, the Americans in that later 80s, 90s became better fighter pilots than the Israelis. And it was mainly because they had the ability to go out and fully train against really, really good instructor in really representative airplanes, which is a luxury. But to me, it's the essence of success for at least the U.S. Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps in terms of going forward. It's safely training people where you're not losing a bunch of airplanes and you're not destroying them, and you have a real dedication to the specific mission objectives on each flight, and you spend the time to go through and debrief. So it may be longer than you wanted, but it was eye-opening to me to think that the Israelis had to down-tune their training because of some of those factors and some of the technologies and policies that the United States was using was actually helping them get better at the same time. The Israeli problem is really fairly small.